Hi Sag, welcome back to your channel. Okay, so I have a reading for you, and I feel like it has to do with a sneaky individual around you, someone that you've been very perceptive about their actions or what they're saying. You pick up on what this person is like doing, but you're not calling them out, or you're not in the act of confrontation just yet. You could be trying to get all the information needed and then taking them down even sneakily or behind the scenes. I don't know who this person is for you, but obviously, as we go into the reading, I will pull more about that. So, the first clue or indicator that we're getting for your reading is letter. Okay, so something starts to fall apart because of a letter. Almost feel like you see how this letter is packaged with twine and also the wax seal. It's almost like something's going to be unraveled, and it starts with some type of message or communication. Someone's kind of digging their own grave, and you've been letting them, but something's about to kick off maybe this weekend in this situation. So, with the letter, it talks about writing or communication, faxes, emails, mail, notes, records, news, memos, making contact, info, and written documents. I don't see you as like a spire in this situation. There may have been a lot of info that came towards you that you purposely stayed away from because it's like it's not going to change your position in the situation. So you could have had people coming towards you with gossip or news about this person. You weren't really engaged in that. I feel like you kind of just sat back because you already knew the truth and it was going to be revealed eventually. And I feel like that's kind of unpacking in this week for you. Okay, but something starts with a letter or some type of communication. Someone makes communication with the wrong person, like digs their own grave, or maybe some mail comes through that also could be a significance of an ending for someone. But something's about to be unraveled, and where everyone can see. Not only you have this consciousness, but a lot of people are waking up to the consciousness of someone around them who is sneaky or just not to be trusted. And you're going to see a lot of evidence about this person this week. Okay, so things are really hitting the fan. So, how I feel like your energy with this person, your relationship to this person, we have the Eight of Cups. So, you made a very conscious decision, very aligned decision with the moon and the sun being here to separate yourself from them. You also are in an energy where you're not emotionally reactive to this person. So if they say something crazy, it doesn't move you because you already knew that this person was crazy. If they say something sweet, innocent, or just very compassionate towards you, that doesn't move you as well because you already know this person's true face. You already seen their mask slipping in some way. So with the Eight of Cups, your current energy or what you're going through right now is the Eight of Cups, which means that you have distanced yourself. You physically created distance, whether you moved recently, you relocated, or you changed apartments in some way, or you just don't really speak to this person as much as you used to. And I also see you saving face. So you're not confronting them or coming off mean. You're just acting like your normal self, kind of like undercover. And you're just gathering clues about them as they come to you. You're not actively searching for it. A big reason that I feel like that is happening is not because you're just so calm, cool, and collected. It's because evidence has been building up about this person for years or months, where it's like you have the intuition to know that something's about to hit the fan. And also, there's an energy of you being right or being vindicated in what you already said about this situation. You put your prophecy out there about this person. Maybe a lot of people didn't catch on during that time, but there's an energy of vindication here. And I feel like you're not as close to this person anymore. You might still see them in your environment with the Eight of Cups because the Eight of Cups is like a nomad who, instead of living by the river, they just relocated up the hill. But doesn't mean that when they come into town, they don't still interact with this person. So I just feel like you're very distant. And also, whatever this person is doing cannot trigger you anymore. It doesn't affect you in a negative way. It doesn't make you sad or, frustrated or angry. Whatever this person does no longer touches you because of the distance that you created. But something's going to be revealed about this person. Now, on the deck, we do have the devil. I feel like you're the devil. I feel like you're the devil, Sag. I don't know. I feel like you have total control over the situation without people knowing that you have control because you already know. It's like if a thief comes into a store. If a thief comes into a store and you've already been preparing yourself for someone who's going to steal, you kind of already know that the environment that you are welcomes that and you're prepared for it, but other people may be unsuspecting and just may not have the same prowess that you have right now. So I feel like you're the devil. You have something in total control. And I also feel that because one of the cards that you pulled is the Two of Wands. So you definitely have a lot in control here. You're in control of the situation. You prepared for it. You're ready for whatever is going to be coming out. And whatever comes out is not going to affect you because you already knew. Okay. On the other side of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So you've checked out from the situation. You could be surrounded by people who are not believing or do not have the same mindset as you or just don't have the same perception about the situation. You've caught on a long time ago. So you know that this is like a loner. It's almost like hermit energy. You're walking this path alone where other people are still confused and you have clarity. So with the Four of Swords, you've completely, and also with the Eight of Cups, you completely separated yourself from this energy or this person. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that Eight of Cups. Tell me about the Eight of Cups for my Saggies. Okay, so we have profession and third will. So this could be a career situation for some of you. You already caught on about a boss or a manager or even another coworker who's been causing a lot of friction. As soon as they've done something to deceive you, you caught on a long time ago. I don't even feel like this was weeks ago. It could have been months or years ago you've caught on about this person and you already knew this is not someone I should associate my time because they would waste my time or whatever energy that they put out towards you is fake or disingenuous with the third wheel. All right. So you already know about this person, but people are about to catch on. You kind of already caught on a long time ago, but this person's about to be revealed, or I feel like they're doing something that kind of shows their face in front of everyone. Because this person has shown their face a lot of times, but a lot of people haven't caught on. So something's really being revealed in this chapter or this season. Can you tell me anything else about the Eight of Cups with Sag? All right, we have the King of Cups. So this could be a masculine energy, or this could be someone who is a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. You already know this person's energy. You caught up on it a long time ago. This person could present themselves as very compassionate, very generous, always giving, always loving on people, the nice guy, the nice girl, even. But you could see through that. So this definitely has to deal with the King of Cups, like a water sign, or if it's not a water sign, a masculine. And if it's not a masculine, someone who just really presents themselves as emotionally mature and maybe like the compassionate person out of the group, but they're not. They're the opposite. Okay, so you already caught on to that and you distance yourself from that because this gives like fake love energy. I know we've been doing a lot of the Drake themes in your last reading that I just posted, but it does give fake love. You notice this person's fake generosity or compassion right from the bat, and you never accepted it after that. You distance yourself so you didn't have to pretend and play the game. You didn't want to do that, okay? You're like kind of a big realist when it comes to this situation or this person. All right, I see you as the King of Wands, so you're going to get justice in the situation no matter what. But it's so interesting because the King of Wands talks about someone who's very assertive, very dominant, who controls the situation. I feel like you've been very pacifist energy, like you've been keeping the peace, or you understand that people just don't have the same intuition or perception as you, and you've been just like playing coy. You haven't really been doing your big one on the situation like you could have. You just kind of been like sitting in the back seat. So even with the King of Wands coming out, I feel like you really weren't the King of Wands. But when it comes out, when everybody finally realizes, you will be the leader. So I do see that that's the reason that the King of Wands is coming out, because once people realize that what you've been saying is true, You will be a big leader. People will look to you as inspiration or as a guide or as the oracle that you kind of predicted the situation. And so you are adopting this role once it plays out. And even before it plays out, you could be reaching some type of status where you are the leader in your family, in your friend group, or even at work, okay? Or even in a love situation, depending what it is. All right, so we have the Three of Wands here. Three of Wands is foresight or foreshadowing some type of event. You already knew that someone's dynasty or their grace was going to fall. You called it before it ever happened, but you didn't pursue it. You could have said it, but you didn't make it your goal every day to bring this person down. You're like, it's going to happen with divine timing. And because of this letter energy, it's happening now. So with the Three of Wands, this is the energy of you being prepared for whatever's happening. If this is a work situation and a manager is being displaced, then you're like, okay, I already predicted this. I've been prepared for this. I've already been in the energy of like when they'll leave, I'm prepared. Or if it's a family member or a friend situation, maybe you've been telling your friend about their horrible lover and they just couldn't get it in their head. You've already been preparing for the day that your friend wakes up and realizes and then may have a little bit of a sadness from that. So whatever this is that's happening, you're more prepared than anyone else around you who's also affected. Okay. Let's see what that has to say. Tell me about the Three of Wands. All right, we have the Six of Cups. So the reason that you could be more prepared, it could be your intuition, it could be your spiritual prowess and how you're able to see things before other people, your psychic insight, but more so it's experience with the Six of Cups. You've dealt with something similar in your past, so you can pick up on someone's deception right away. This is like someone who's being cheated on, who has been cheated on before. They can pick up on the signs when someone's being distant, when they're hiding their phone, when they're going outside to speak to someone. You've already dealt with these circumstances before, is why you're able to pick up on it so well. Maybe whoever else is involved may not have that foresight or have that wisdom to pick up on it. But you're very keen in this sense with the Six of Cups, and something reminds you of your childhood, your parents. There could be a parent that you dealt with that you don't really have a closeness to, that you feel like displayed the same energies of what is about to be revealed. Or this could be like your past lover, your past friends, past situations, or your experiences that are kind of just showing you, like, I've been through this before. I could recognize that as bullshit, okay? Ten of Pentacles, this makes you very abundant for some reason. This just makes you be able to be whole. So, you know how like it's almost like the energy of a doctor. When a doctor is delivering bad news, they have to detach themselves from that bad news. Even if they're a compassionate person, if they're giving bad news, it's like I have to give it to the person and deal with their reaction. But also, after they leave in the rest of my day, I also have to distract myself so that I do not feel sad for the rest of my day because of what someone else is going through. So I do feel like there's a delivery of bad news, but it's not from you during this time. It's being revealed. You've already delivered this bad news a long time ago, okay? People are just now picking up on it. But with that Ten of Pentacles, it talks about how grounded you are. You are totally grounded in your truth. You are not someone who can be gaslit into believing something different because you already know that this is the truth. And when this does come out, it is a devastating situation for someone, but you're able to separate yourself because you already went through emotions or you already went through the process a long time ago. So you're just very grounded. And you also may be looked at as a leader with that Wands energy of other people to lean on because you're so strong. And you're not strong because, you know, you're just a strong ass person. You are strong, but you already knew this was going to happen. You prepared yourself. That's the Three of Wands, foresight, thinking ahead, planning, strategizing about when this is going to happen. So you see that, okay? So you're the most grounded individual in this situation, especially if this involves other people outside of yourself. Now, if this is just you against another person, this person is just very unstable in their energy coming from this, and you're way more grounded because you already picked up on it a long time ago. Okay. I feel like some of you guys, you have old friends reaching out to you during this season because we have libation here and we have readiness. Okay. So readiness is clarifying that 10 of Pentacles. Libation is clarifying that 6 of Cups. Libation is like when you have well wishes for someone. When someone's going through a tough time, you're like, I'm going to pray for you. Or when you are just, intentionally saying, I hope that this person goes through that and has the best for themselves. Even this person who's being sneaky, even this person who's going to be exposed, you also want well wishes for them. You may have a soft side where you're like, this person's horrible, but at the same time, I don't want to see them suffer. So there's something here with that libation where you maybe just feel, you could be thinking about, if this is a one-on-one situation, this is like an ex or someone who did you wrong. Even though they did you wrong and they're about to reap their karma, you feel bad for them. Okay. And that just speaks to your character of how you care about people. But even if this is not your situation and it's someone, a family member or a friend who's going through it, that you already seen this happening for them, you feel bad. You're like, I don't want you to go through this devastation, but it's also a part of your process. And then the reason that you're so grounded and you have readiness here just talks about how you prepared for this before anyone else. You're not someone who's just like this detached individual who, you could be detached, but you're not like this detached individual that nothing breaks you or shakes your spirit. It's more so that you already knew something was happening that prepared you for this outcome. So you kind of have a straight face, or you're just very. Also, too, I'm wearing black and I'm like looking myself in the camera. So some of you guys could be like even going to a funeral or something, and you're not the one to like cry your eyes out because maybe you already prepared for this a long time ago. You already seen someone that was deteriorating from earth and you prepared yourself a long time ago. So people could be questioning how you're so strong or how you're able to hold it together, but you already prepared for something way before it happened. You had that intuition and that psychic insight. Okay, so whoever's the culprit here, whoever's about to be revealed and given their karma or their justice, this person has not made a lot of changes from when you first caught on to their energy. They are still stepping into the 7 of Swords. And this is the 7 of Swords in reverse. Usually, with the 7 of Swords upright, I can vouch for whoever this is and say maybe they just have trust issues. They had a hard life. They don't really trust anyone, so they come off a little weird. But when it's in reverse, this is someone who has repetitively done the same things over and over again and got the same result, which is insanity. So, this is someone who has been deceptive or a liar or manipulative or an awful person before, and they learned a lesson from that, which shows that, you know change yourself, evolve yourself, but they continue to repeat the same cycle over and over again. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen with this individual, what you can expect during this. Okay, that's the devil energy. Okay. Now, I do see you as a devil, Sag, but we also have another devil in energy, the person who comes and collects karma and puts you through the dirt based off of the influences. So, with this energy, this person, I feel like when they're getting caught, they're having like the best time of their life, okay? 9 of Cups talks about like being so fulfilled with life, life couldn't even be better. It's like if you said that you wanted to go on a trip to Panama or Bahamas, if you wanted to go on a trip to Bahamas and you also wanted to meet the president while you're there and you also wanted to make money while you're there, you're getting all of those things happening, but it also is a part of your demise with the 7 of Swords. So when someone's getting caught, they're literally like living their best life. They could be with their third party, having a time of their life, feeling very like, maybe they just had the best sex of their life. Maybe they just, had a very peaceful day, or someone went on a trip spontaneously that they knew they shouldn't have went. They probably lied or stole to get there, and they're having the time of their life on this trip, but then it all comes crashing down. So this person's karma is like being at the epitome where they think they're getting away with things, but also reaping a lot of consequences. So when this person gets caught or revealed, or whenever this is coming out about this person that you've already knew that they weren't shit, they are like literally in some type of romantic situation with the Knight of Cups, and they feel like they're having the best day of their lives. And it's just so, that speaks about the devil. Okay, like I know I'm calling you the devil, Sag, but I'm calling you the devil in the positive energy of how you have control over the situation. You have foresight about what's going to happen in the future. And even though someone's not getting caught in the moment that they have hurt people, they're definitely getting caught up eventually. And that's the devil, because the devil will tempt you into a lot of influences or impulsive actions that feel good in the moment, but in the end, it's so bad. So someone's getting caught up here, and the way that they're getting caught up is through some type of romantic situation, and they also feel like this is the best time of their life, but it's actually, it's not. It's like a false moment. You will see this, Sag. I mean, if you don't see it firsthand, you'll be getting some communication about it, okay? So tell me about the Knight of Cups. Yeah, someone's just so in their fake world, not living in reality, thinking that everything just is going to go smoothly for them, and they're getting caught up. What's the Nine of Cups? Care. So it could be a romantic situation, or they feel like they're getting extra support from the universe. This is someone that's so delusional with the daydream that they feel like whatever they're doing that's hurting other people is for their best interests. They could be cheating on someone. They're like, I'm having the best day ever. Like, life is looking up for me. You cannot build something off of someone else's tears. And I feel like someone's about to come crashing down. Their high energy or their ego is about to have a death. You already knew this about this person. You saw this happening, but it's finally happening right now. So if this is someone who's done you wrong, Sag, you will be feeling very vindicated this week. If this is someone who's done someone close to you wrong, you will also get the vindication and recognition of being right the entire time, calling this out. Oracle energy, like you predicted this. Someone may say, oh my God, you predicted this. You're so spiritual, you predicted this. You kind of just use common sense to predict it, but also too, you distance yourself from the situation in hopes that this would not um interfere with your life and what your goals are happening. It's still not interfering, but you will get confirmation that someone's getting caught this weekend, so look out for that. All right. All right, Sag, like the video. It helps me out a lot. Comment down below, let me know your situation. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I know I'm looking a little crazy, but I just wanted to come on screen and just do your reading today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great holiday for those of you who celebrate. Those of you who do not celebrate, have a great Thursday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye.